I did learn from this internship more like not to take stuff so personal. Like sometimes everything is not cousin me or it don't like involve me. Like sometimes people do got their own stuff going on and sometimes I gotta be understanding of that. So that's what I can say this internship has helped me deal with more, is just becoming a more understanding person.
With not taking things personally, it's like a freedom. Like you feel freer because it's like you can't make me mad because it has nothing to do with me. Like you're not even upset with me, you're upset with something deeper inside yourself. And I realized that when I was like lashing out at people and I felt like I was like a hothead or whatever, it's because I didn't really feel that good about myself. So how I treated other people was a reflection of how I felt about myself.
Outside stuff, as far as like being less aggressive to situations and just being more like, if it's not hurting me, then there's really no need to engage. When it's something that's small and negative, or even when I'm going through something personal, just understanding that it's temporary. Yeah, I definitely just say to really expect nothing from the world. Just expect everything from yourself, bottom line, because then at the end of the day, when you in a room alone, and you the richest person, or you the poorest person, or you the happiest person, or you the saddest person, you made that happen. You can't blame it on nobody.
And even though like it seems like almost insurmountable, some of these large-scale issues, at the end of the day, it is just literally a bunch of people talking to each other and coming together and like really wanting to make the change they want to see. For myself, I learned that I am capable of doing what I want to do, and I should believe in myself more. And it's like silly to think that like I, at one point, was just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like with anything in your life, like I feel like you'll figure it out. You just have to believe that you'll figure it out.
We're all really just trying to understand one another, and that's something huge that I've learned, that my bubble that is my own thought system can be expanded when I hear and understand somebody else's thought systems and can adapt my own to respect theirs.
I'm kind of having to like shift my mind to kind of like to just like accommodate like everyone. It's just, this is something that people go through. This is something that is global. It's not susceptible to one or two people. It's something that happens everywhere, regardless of your socioeconomic background, regardless of your race, your ethnicity, sexual preference. People deal with mental shit. Like everybody deals with mental shit. It's crazy. But it's just like what kind of sets people apart to me is just like how you deal with it.
And so I felt empowered to kind of think about issues in not only in my own head, but also when trying to solve issues, how can I solve them within an individual and in turn solve the large scale issues. But so consequently we can change issues and create a better future, and when we die we can look back and say we did everything we could to make it better.
The same way that out south is supposed to be, like out west is supposed to be like super drug ridden, everybody on drugs and all that, but I mean, obviously not. And then everybody out south is supposed to be dangerous and killing people, but obviously not. Like if we can get rid of the idea like each side's supposed to be like this, like stereotype kind of idea, like if you can get rid of that, I feel like we'd be more unified as a city, and it'd be like easier to go from out west to out south, out west without people asking you where you from or judging you because you from this side or this side, or the upbringing you probably didn't even choose. Well, ain't no probably the upbringing that you was born in, because I mean you can't choose at that point. So I think that's what I do. Try to just eliminate this, the east side, west side, north side, south side, all that. Just be Chicago.
When you just let something, whether it be sexual assault or racism or any social issue, when you kind of let yourself experience that hurt and just work with your body and mind to kind of work through it, I think it's really beautiful what the mind can do for you. And it's so crazy how about like just learning about the mind can make you have such a positive outlook on life in general. Like there's definitely been days when I've woken up and felt like, oh, I'm so depressed, life sucks. But just being able to know that there's just natural ebbs and flows of how you're feeling, and just kind of accepting the good with the bad, because knowing that with bad comes good, and you can't really force anything. You can't force good to happen. You can't force bad to happen.
I'd be saying all this very drastic stuff, thinking of all these drastic measures and thinking of all this drastic, like, negative things of, like, and I'd always be like, the world is just terrible, like, there's no hope for the world, because, like, every time I go on Twitter, there's something else. But I think instead of having such a drastic, one, like, narrow-minded view of everything, I'm kind of letting myself explore different ways to think about it.
There's a lot of depressed, angry kids in school, sadly. And that's because they don't know how to use their mind, really. So once we teach that, I feel like a lot of stuff would be resolved. Like school shootings, suicide, the graduation rate, like a lot of stuff can be solved if we just teach the people, the kids, from a young age, how to use the mind. Because once you know, kids' brains are like clay. Like you gotta, once you mold it from the beginning, it stays there. Everybody, I just want y'all to stay positive. Look at the glass half full, because it's a beautiful glass. Yeah, that's about it.